Thank you for watching BCP Builder's training series on organisational resilience. In this video, Aaron Gracey of Squared Apples explains the concept of resilience benefit.
Welcome to this microteach from Squared Apples on the subject of organisational resilience and the benefit that you can achieve from employing this approach within your company. Here we have a graph that demonstrates an organisation operating against performance and time. The graph identifies time on the bottom axis and performance going from no output to max output. We have demonstrated that the organisation is working at a business as usual level, while also has inherent to itself a baseline resilience capability. This is based on the training of its staff, embedded processes, historic knowledge and experience of events prior to this happening. The disruptive event which impacts on the organisation takes it from its business as usual level of performance right down to its baseline resilience capability. Now that drop in performance is known as the resilience gap, shown here with that red arrow demonstrating the difference between BAU and the baseline resilience. The organisation performs for a period of time at the resilience capability until it implements its immediate response drills, which will start to climb back up towards business as usual. It will then, over a period of time, implement its business continuity plan before then moving into its recovery phase. All these phases are helping us grow back towards the business as usual level of performance. Now, looking at the baseline resilience, if we had maintained where we were, we would follow that red line shown on the diagram. However, due to the knowledge and experience obtained through the implementation of the immediate action drills, our business continuity plan, and our recovery plan, we will find that actually our baseline resilience capability also starts to grow, as shown here by the dotted green line. However, over a period of time, we will see that the organisation's performance plateaus out below the business as usual line of previous. This is due to the impact caused to the markets, the stakeholder management, our internal perceptions of our staff, and also the organisation's image or reputation. During the period that this disruptive event has damaged our business as usual performance model, we have lost performance, and this is shown in the red hatched area. The longer that the disruptive event lasts, the more that we will lose from our performance and our marketplace. However, there is something that we can do about this. By also imparting into the business resilience approach an element of lessons learned and organisational learning, we can actually increase our capability. An organisational learning approach, looking at lessons learned, what risks were missed, what issues happened because we didn't track them properly, also how did the market change or what training our staff did not have or should have, will help us actually build our baseline resilience capability quite significantly, shown here as the resilience improvement. Also, by increasing our baseline resilience capability, we narrow the resilience gap, and as you can see here, the resilience gap on the right is a lot smaller than the resilience gap on the left. Finally, due to the lessons learned in organisational learning approach, we will find that we have learned new ways of working. We've identified new levels of training required from our staff. We may have identified new stakeholders. Innovation, research may also have propelled us forward. Now we find ourselves operating above our previous business as usual level. We may also find ourselves seizing more of the market and outperforming our competitors. This performance improvement is known as the resilience benefit. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you find this small microteach informative and helpful in helping you understand the reason why organisational resilience is key to embedding it into your organisation, not only to survive during a disruptive event, but also to thrive and adapt to actually seize the market through your lessons learned and an organisational learning practice.
Thank you for watching this video. I will be releasing these free training videos through social media each week. If you would like to view the entire series, please visit bcpbuilder.com/training.